Before we get into accounting and what the government is doing to you, please think of our accounting and the fact that we don't accept money from the government and make a donation so we can stay on the air. Jay Goldberg knows all about accounting. He joins me right now. He's been on many, many times before. I'm hearing reports now and reading reports that the government is spending less and it is saving money, but it's also building infrastructure. How can you do both?
Well, the slogan is spend less but invest more, which of course is an oxymoron, because if you look in the dictionary, spending and investing is a type of spending. It may be a more prudent type of spending, but it's whatever label you put on it.
Well, yeah, but we've had governments for the last 20 years saying, oh, we aren't spending, we're investing.
Of course.
But if you're making a train, that's investing. If you're just giving it to some interest group to find out how many peacocks survive,
But the government can call anything an investment, and that's the problem that we've seen over the past decade. So the fact that Mark Carney is here now saying we're going to invest, we're not going to spend, this is just old politics, old rhetoric. We've heard it for decades from parties all across the spectrum. This is not new. And the fact that he's trying to split up the budget into what he's calling an operating budget and a capital budget, so he can hide a bunch of bad spending in one and try to say, hey, look at this shiny other one that looks a little bit better. That's what he's trying to do. It's a bunch of gimmicks.
Help me with that, because I read about that and I said, is it really feasible? Is it even proper to split up the budget and say, well, all of this spending is automatic and therefore I have no choice over it, so therefore it's not spending?
Think about it this way. Imagine you have 2 credit cards and you put all of your operational spending, your operational household spending on one, and all of your capital spending, maybe you invest in your home, you're spending money on your house, fixing it up, on another. Do you still have to pay off both credit cards at the end of the month? Absolutely. And it's the same deal with the government.
So really, a lot of smoke and mirrors. How is this going to impact the average Canadian?
Well, how this is going to impact the average Canadian is we're already spending over $1 billion a week on debt interest. That's more than we're spending on healthcare. That's more than you're bringing in through the federal sales tax. So the rubber is going to hit the road, and eventually we're all going to start saying, well, hold on a second. We could be paying no GST whatsoever if we didn't have to pay these debt interest payments. It's just getting out of control, and at a certain point, it's going to consume the budget. And you know what happened in the 1990s when interest payments got absolutely out of control. That's what we're going to see again, even though a banker is in charge.
$50 billion. Well, maybe that's, a good thing for him. Bankers like to get interest. Yeah. And he is spending $50 billion.
Well, the interest isn't going on the right, it's not going to the right place. It's not going into the pockets of Canadians. It's going out.
To New York, London?
To New York, to London, to investors all over the world, but not to the taxpayer.
Well, so much for bankers being in charge of our government. Jay Goldberg, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.